Morning, everybody. So I woke up to this and said, right, doing a video on this one straight away because it's basically how the tactic that they use to keep this all going, this shit show all going, right? Which is part of what they did in Yugoslavia, by the way, when they divided it up into seven or whatever it was, and then the EU came in and swooped every nation up in there. They bring in people, right? They bring in outsiders who they know the native people of the land will reject and revolt against. Yeah. They also bring these in because it's easier for outsiders to destroy another country, you know. They don't even have love for their own country. They don't stay there. That they go to other countries and destroy them. So they use these people. But this woman isn't even long in the. I'll show you who she is. She isn't even long in this position, right? This was printed the 29th, so yesterday, at 7:30, right? Ireland is not full. We need to welcome these men in. Calls for national strategy to integrate thousands of migrants into small communities around Ireland, right? Then they have a big image of simple bleeding. I won't say his first name. Call him Betty from then on, right? He's Betty, right? Use an image of him, and anyway. The Immigration Council of Ireland has expressed concern over the absence of a cohesive national plan for integrating migrants, reports RTE is the virus, okay? Teresa Buczkowski, right? The council's chief executive said that a structured framework is essential for the organisation, local authorities and the wider public to help them navigate the integration journey. She added that better communication from the government with communities before the arrival of migrants could make a big difference, reports RTE. So they're saying that because of what we're seeing happening, what you're basically seeing manifest right now, which is all communities that these people are trying to be forced upon, where they're trying to force these unvetted males into. All them communities are out marching, saying they don't want it, right? That's why they're saying better communication from the government with communities before the arrival of migrants could make a big difference. It's not going to change anyway. If they do hold committee meetings, they're going to get absolutely destroyed in those meetings, like they do, like Mr. McGrath. Is it Mr. McGrath, the Sinn Féin head? That got absolutely, and they even brought in a Sinn Féin youth member to try label everybody in that room that night as far right. Do you remember that one? So that's a little that's what they do when they eventually do hold a committee meeting. They bring in their little understudies to try undermine everybody in the room, but no one was having it that night. I know you remember it. I have it in me videos. Go back and look at it. The City West meeting about having 400 men being brought in there. Or no, do you know what it was? It was discussion about the government buying City West Hotel. That's what it was. For 100 million or whatever. Right, so we'll have a look. We'll continue here. If you communicate with people in advance and you explain how it's going to affect the community, and if you empower the community with resources and information, I think everything is going to work out really well because this happens every day. Every day, people are moving to local communities. In most places, are there no issues whatsoever? Well, who wrote this? Every day, people are moving to local communities. In most places, there is no issues whatsoever. Sorry, you need a few commas in there, I suppose. Reports RTE the virus. Ms. Buczkowski made her remarks during a conference hosted by the Immigrant Council of Ireland in Dublin, focused on shaping the future of migrant integration. The event brought together experts and community leaders at King's Inn, Ireland's oldest legal institution. I just passed that the other day. To discuss the difficulties migrants and host communities face, reports RTE the virus. Communities throughout Ireland have voiced frustration with the government communication and support efforts surrounding migrant integration. Refugee, that's that looks Japanese. Subioso Tsuma, who supports international protection applicants in Donegal, oh wow, said that newcomers often face the same set of problems. All of a sudden, you are thrown in the deep end and you don't know what you are supposed to do. You have to find your own housing. Get out of it. Get the fuck out of it. Lies upon lies. They have to find their own housing when they're bleeding chaperoned everywhere. Private taxis everywhere. Bussed around. Fed. Given spends. Get the fuck. You are just on your own. Like this, what? Media once again. I mean, they really, people, when I say they took their name from the goddess, the ancient Greek goddess called Media, Medea, yeah? I'm telling you the truth. She was the goddess of illusion. This is all fiction. This is all made up stuff to play with you emotionally. That's what all of this is. God, you are on your own. Sometimes people haven't started working, or then they have started working, but the jobs don't pay that much, so they are kind of left hanging, and they don't know how to approach and how to go about the whole process, reports RTE the virus. How many of these quotes are they taken from RTE the virus? At the conference, Minister of State of Integration Colin Brophy stated that a national integration strategy is included in the government's agenda. The new national strategy will build on the monumental momentum of its predecessor, detailing how we address the ongoing and emerging needs in supporting migrant integration into Ireland, while also meeting the demands and opportunities facing our society and economy over the next decade, he said, reports RTE the virus. Mr. Brophy emphasised the need for engagement at a local level. Yous are lying bastards. Yous just call everybody far right and racist. Yous don't come out and talk to nobody. And all parties do that, by the way. None of these parties get off the hook here with this, because it's all the parties say that they're doing that when they're on TV and they're in media outlets like this. That's what they're saying they're doing. They're not engaging with nobody. They're just calling people far right and racist. That's it. I think that it's really important that we communicate, that we actually engage with local communities, that we have a stronger engagement, because what is really important is the local communities and the people who have arrived here into local communities have an opportunity to integrate together, to know and understand each other, and to actually see the benefits that can bring to local communities, report RTE. We were fine, right? When people came into this country and integrated, I know loads of people that came over here, all different nationalities that came over here and integrated perfectly fine, right? The issue now is it's the mass migration of unvetted males. That's the real issue. And they don't even point a finger at that one bit. They're still selling it like it's women and children that are coming over. And it's fucking not. It's not. That's another play they're using to mess with your emotions. Another little, what's the word I'm looking for here? Trigger. It's another little trigger that they're looking for, trigger words, when they say who have arrived in local communities and have an opportunity to integrate together, right? There's been many a times where people have came into this country and integrated perfectly fine. It's when people start trying to highlight the mass migration of unvetted males. That's what they're ignoring. That's what all media outlets are ignoring, right? And then it says, tell us your support. So this one here that's pushing this Teresa, well, it's all of them, but like I said, the government at the behest of the EU is going to use individuals like this Teresa Buczkowski, wherever. So there she is there. There she is. Or he, if you look at the Adam's apple to me, So this is where a report was done on the 16th of May. 16th of May 2025, the Immigration Council of Ireland has appointed Teresa Buczkowski. So she's only there since May. Huh? She's only there since May, this woman. Man, whatever you want to call it. He, they, them, zem, zim, whatever. As the new chief executive officer, she's the CEO of the Immigration Council, even though she only got put in on the 16th of May 2025. Terry brings nearly 20 years of experience as a leader in a non-profit management, supporting migrant rights and promoting migrant political participation. Oh, wow. Who is this man? As a migrant, he identifies as both Polish and Irish. Terry is proud to serve as the Immigration Council new CEO. His personal understanding of the challenges that migrants face on arrival in a new country will be of the utmost value to him and the organisation as he works to continue ICI's mission to support migrants and their families. So there you go again, migrants and their families. When that is not the case, it's 90 to 95% unvetted males. Yeah, that's just the truth, and we all know it. Commenting on his recent appointment, Terry Buczkowski said, I arrived in Ireland 20 years ago with a broken English and a €20 note. And as an Eastern European migrant man, I experienced a variety of challenges when settling down in Ireland. I am immensely proud that the Board of Immigration Council trusted me with the task to lead the organisation into the future. As one of the very few migrant males holding a leadership position in Ireland, I am aware that there is a greater need to include diverse migrant voices in leadership of the migrant justice sector. This is a challenging moment for migrant rights in Ireland, with the emergence of organised hostility and hate. Yeah, fucking Egypt. However, it is not the Ireland that welcomed me 20 years ago, and I believe that the Ireland still exists and that there's more love in Ireland than hate. Now it is the time for anyone that calls Ireland home to come together and create a future we would like to see. A future where we care for the most vulnerable. You don't even fucking care for Irish people. You don't even care for Irish people. If you did, we wouldn't have close to 15,000 homeless Irish people on the fucking streets. Oh, deep breaths. A future where we care for the most vulnerable and where people still have rights regardless of wherever they were born in Ireland or have made Ireland their home. I hope that in the coming years I can continue to guide the work that the Immigrant Council of Ireland is doing. I want to see a fact-based public debate on migration and inclusion. No, you don't. You want to spew lies and hide the facts. You want to spew that it's families that are coming over fleeing persecution, yeah, while at the same time not even talking about the fact that 90 to 95% of them are unvetted males. You lying. And I will continue to oppose attempts to infringe the safety and equality of migrants and refugees by malicious disinformation. Through working in coalition with others and engaging with policymakers, we can ensure that the rights of migrants in Ireland are respected and protected, including the right to fair asylum process. Terry's appointment was warmly welcomed by ICI's chairperson. There's another one. Look at this, Dr. Roja Fazeli. Now I could go and look into who that is, but I'm not. I'm just going to keep it as this one for now. Who said, Terry has been advocating strongly for migrants' rights for 2 decades and will be an excellent leader for the ICI in the years to come. The board is delighted to welcome him back as he takes up his vital role. Terry will take up his new post on Monday, 19th of May 2025, and is replacing Brian Killoran, who led the organisation from 2015 to 2025. Terry's background and professional history. Terry arrived in Ireland in 2005 and began working in manufacturing and retail jobs. Throughout that time, he committed to supporting vulnerable migrants in accessing their rights, led him to the Immigrant Council, where in 2013 he took up his first role and progressed the organisation to become integration manager. He developed a keen understanding of the challenges and solutions for those from a migrant background and the skills needed to lead those around him. Do you see that now? That's one of the strategies that's used as well. Like I said at the start of the video. So they install these people and then they surround themselves with people that they know will agree with them and won't ever challenge them. Listen to that again. He developed a keen understanding of the challenges and solutions for those from migrant backgrounds and the skills needed to lead those around him. Basically, be yes men for him. During this time, Terry was also elected the board of the Arts Council, which he set on from 2019 to 2024. In 2021, he received the Social Change Initiative Fellowship, and in 2022, he was selected as an Obama Scholar. You fucking Obama, I swear, that fucker has his hands in everything that's going on in the world. That Obama. Barry Soetoro, aka Barry Soetoro, the Kenyan who was president of America. Wow. In 2024, Terry received the Woman of Europe Woman in Media Award for his dedication to fostering informed discussions on crucial European issues such as migration, gender equality and EU integration. Something that links the whole bleeding lot of them, isn't there? There's always a link, people. There's always a link. Terry is a board member of Forum Polonia Ireland, a Polish migrant justice organisation. In 2023, Terry established and became editor of The Migrant Vote, a platform and a podcast dedicated to facilitating political inclusion of migrants. Wow. Notes of the editor. Terry's available for media interviews. There's the email. There's the phone number. If there's any people that do interviews on YouTube, see if you can get this thing on bleeding gorilla. The Immigrant Council of Ireland is the leading national human rights organisation working to defend migrant rights in Ireland. It provides the immigration advice and legal support through its helpline and law centre, as well as campaigning for immigration reform. The council also provides support for victims of racism and human trafficking. Well, all those males that they're bringing in, that is human trafficking. All of it. The government are guilty of it. So there you go. This is the one here. This is the bloke. It's the Adam's apple, man. It never lies. The Adam's apple never lies. This is the bloke they've put in charge of the ICI, the Immigration Council of Ireland, since May. And he's only been in there, what are we now? Last month. Last fucking month. And they're already doing headlines like this, that Ireland is not full. We need to welcome these men in. Calls for national strategy to integrate thousands of migrants into small communities around Ireland. As if it's the way forward for us, huh? Get the fuck out of here.